Have you ever wondered what if humans could control the weather? Imagine for a moment the power to manipulate the skies at our fingertips. A world where we could command the rain to fall, the sun to shine, or the winds to blow, all according to our whims. The concept of weather control has long captured our imaginations, filling the pages of science fiction novels and the frames of blockbuster films. The potential benefits are indeed tantalizing. Think about it. No more devastating hurricanes, no more drought-stricken farmlands. We could create the perfect conditions for our crops to flourish, and perhaps even save lives by preventing extreme weather disasters. But like all power, controlling the weather comes with its own set of consequences. It's a double-edged sword that could cut both ways. While the potential benefits are immense, are we ready to face the drawbacks? But while the idea of controlling the weather might seem appealing, have you considered the possible effects on our ecosystems? Our ecosystems are intricate, interconnected networks delicately balanced by nature's rhythms, including the weather. From the smallest microorganisms to the largest landforms, weather plays a pivotal role in shaping our ecosystems. Every living organism, whether it's a tiny bacteria or a towering tree, is influenced by the weather. It dictates their survival, growth, and reproduction. Changes in weather patterns can send ripples across these ecosystems. Sudden shifts in temperature can lead to changes in plant blooming times, disrupting the food supply of pollinators like bees and butterflies. Increased rainfall might turn a grassy meadow into a swamp, altering the types of organisms that can survive there. Extreme weather events can have even more dramatic effects. A single forest fire sparked by drought conditions can wipe out thousands of acres of habitat, leading to loss of species. On the other hand, an intense hurricane can flood coastal areas, destroying the homes of countless creatures and changing the landscape forever. These are not hypothetical scenarios, they are realities we see today due to climate change. Yet, these changes are unintentional side effects of our actions, not deliberate attempts to control the weather. So, if we began manipulating the weather, what would be the impact on these delicate balances? Would we create a paradise? Or would we trigger unintended consequences that could disrupt our ecosystems even more? The answer to that question is complex, and it's something we'll explore in the next segment. The cause and effect relationship between weather manipulation and ecosystems could be more complex than we might initially think. Let's delve into some hypothetical scenarios. Imagine, for a moment, we decide to prevent rainfall in a certain area. Sure, we avoid flood damage, but what about the species that rely on that rain? They could experience drought, their food sources could dwindle, and their survival could be at risk. This is a classic example of how weather control could create a ripple effect across ecosystems. Now let's consider another scenario. Suppose we ensure sunny days for our summer picnics, dismissing the need for cloudy or rainy days. We might love the sunshine, but what about our nocturnal friends? Owls, bats, and other night-loving creatures rely on the darkness to hunt and thrive. The disruption to their routines could lead to a decline in their populations, upsetting the balance of our ecosystems. These examples highlight the potential for unforeseen consequences. When we start pulling at one thread in the complex web of nature, it's difficult to predict how the rest of the web will respond. This is the so-called domino effect of weather control, a series of cascading impacts that could reverberate throughout our ecosystems. In our quest for control, we might trigger a domino effect with consequences far beyond our anticipation. The power to control the weather, then, is a double-edged sword. On one hand, we could prevent catastrophic events like hurricanes and droughts, saving countless lives and preserving our precious natural resources. On the other hand, we risk disrupting the delicate balance of our ecosystems, potentially leading to unforeseen and devastating consequences. The ecosystems we inhabit are intricate and interconnected. They have evolved over millions of years, finely tuned to the rhythm of natural weather patterns. To disrupt this harmony could cascade into a domino effect of disruption and imbalance. Weighing the scales, it is clear that weather control could offer immense benefits. But it's also apparent that the drawbacks cannot be ignored. It's a classic case of great power demanding great responsibility. As we ponder on this possibility, let's remember the importance of understanding and respecting the complexity of our ecosystems before we consider tampering with nature's balance. Before we dream of playing God with the weather, we should remember that every action has a reaction, especially when it comes to our fragile ecosystems.